Hi everyone. How's it? How are you guys doing? It is a trading break. Yeah, but what's on our mind is that why is our Nifty giving us the kind of ride that we're getting? Why are we just failing every day? And why are we just falling every day is the question that is on everybody's mind. And I'd like to answer that for you and probably show you what is in store for us. If you've been watching my weekend analysis, I had already told you on last Sunday, for this weekend analysis, that we were expecting to be weak. And that's what we've seen for the entire week. We've been falling every day. And what I'm going to tell you right now is don't get shaken, but yeah, there is some more weakness. And I'll get you proof as to why that weakness is going to persist and how I'm finding out where the weakness is going to last or not. That is what is the mission with this video. So without having to say much more, let me share my screen with you and let's go. So if you see, this is the the chart that I'm going to share with you. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm looking at the sectors. I'm trying to analyze for myself as to what are individual sectors telling you, because the market is a sum of so many sectors. And if you can analyze the sectors and find out how many are failing and how many are doing well, probably that gives you a very good cue as to what's happening in the markets. And that's what I've done. The exercise that I've done is I've had a look at all the sectors that are prominent in the market and try to isolate and find out which ones are giving us what indication. So we'll start with the brightest spot that we have in our markets right now, the CNX IT. Now, this is the IT chart. We are on the one-day chart, and if you see, we are sideways. We have not shown. We did show some weakness but in the last week we've come up, and we are tracking the top of the charts at the moment. So whatever said and done, we are right at the top here, and we're close to the top. So this particular chart has got nothing to worry. Now let us go to the next one. And the next one is the public sector banks. This is, I would say, one of the less worrisome charts to look at, but the weakness has just started, and we've tracked down all the way from whatever the highs were. If you see this line, this is the last support that I thought should have held. It has not held. And now I see this falling down to 8970. So that's roughly about 900 points more. That's like 10% more fall, which is yet to come in CNX public sector enterprises, which was one of the bright spots. But the chart gives me a uh, very dull outlook. And I think we are going lower on this chart. So that's the PSE index for you. Let's look at the next one. This is the CNX Nifty. Now, this is the CNX Bank Nifty, sorry. The Bank Nifty is, yeah, it's somewhere near support. It is one of the better sectors that we've had in the last week, but in the last 2 days, it has given a major fall. And until Tuesday, it was stable. But in the last 2 days, we've seen a fall of close to about 1,100 points. And that's not good for the sector. Now we're at the cusp of a support. If we close lower for one more day below the support, we're looking at 46,500 in the coming days. That's the Bank Nifty for you. Let's look at the next one. This is the private banks. The private banks, similar story. It has broken support in my mind. Now if you want to see, there is something that can also find support. This is a small area somewhere here, which can act as a support, but I think we've broken that too. And now we're probably retesting it, and then probably could be leading higher. So I'm not very optimistic about this sector too, and we could be heading lower. According to me, this sector will also fail, and we may have a lower level in the coming weeks. Let's go to the next one. This is the Nifty. Now, you can already see where the Nifty is. The last week's analysis told you that if we left 24,000, if we were lower below 24,167, we could lead lower to 23,376. What we are tracking is about 23,000 and odd, 23,004 or 500 odd. That is, again, quite close to that 23,376, 23,600, I guess. This is the futures chart. So I'm not talking about the spot chart. This is the futures chart. And we are tracking lower. And our first target should be 23,376 and 23,262 in the coming weeks. So again, this chart also shows us that we are going lower. Let's go to the next one. This is the CNX energy. Now, again, we are back to some kind of a support here. And if we break the support, I see a major, fall on this one. It's a fall close to about 25%. Yes, 25%. If we break the support here, we can go down by 25% on this one. That's the kind of fall that is available to see for us on the charts on the CNX energy. Be careful, guys. CNX energy, if you see a failure of this support line, you are in for a tough time on the CNX energy. Let's go to the next one. This is the realty index, and we've already fallen and we are at some kind of a support now. And yeah, if we get into this green zone, then we'll track the bottom of the green zone. That would be a fall of about 15% more. So it doesn't sound too good unless we take support and start to climb back. We are in for a rough ride on the CNX realty too. Let's go to the next one. This is the CNX auto. CNX auto has already given a breakdown from the support, and see the moment the support breaks, what happens to any chart. So just for perspective, look at what you see here. So this is the support line. The green zone is the support line. We're just at the support, and we're just support. Now see what happens when the support gets broken. I'm going to show you this particular line and see what happens. The support got broken and we already tracked down. In 3 days, we've fallen a bunch. And we're at 27,780 odd and looking at 27,644, 26,644. That's a 1,000-point decline. There's 3-4% more down, which we could see in the coming week. So this sector also giving us the feeler that there is more downside. Let's go to the next one, CNX Infra. Again, it's some kind of a support, but looks like it's going to break. And if it breaks, we're looking at another 500 points going out of this. So that's another 8%, 6-7-8% going on this one. CNX consumption, again, somewhere near support. And if we break the support, 10,290 coming. So that's about 800 points below, right? So that's 8% fall expected more on CNX consumption. FMCG again at the cusp, at a support. If you fall inside this green zone, we're looking at 53,000 from 55,700. That's about a 5% fall. 5 to 6% fall on CNX FMCG. So you see all the sectors that we're seeing, there is a possibility of a fall. This is CNX commodities. It's already fallen again at a support. If you see the support line, and the next support is 7,890. That's about 500 points down again, 400 points actually. That's 5% more to go. Again, showing some weakness, which is possible. This is CNX midcaps. Midcaps just broke support on Friday. In fact, on Thursday, on Wednesday actually. And it didn't give us a major fall on Thursday, that is yesterday. But yes, this is building, the fall is building. And from 54,000, we could be looking at 48,800. So that's another 10% down that is expected on this particular index. So CNX midcap, again, looking lower. So these are the sectors, guys. This is what you see on the charts. And I actually feel that there's more downside on the market. Now, I have just analyzed all the sector charts for you, the major sector charts, and that we see that there's a fall visible on every sector. So are you going to buy? Is this a dip that you're going to get into? Well, hold on to your buying decisions. I would not get in as yet. I would wait for a week and maybe more, and then probably enter. Right now is not the time to enter. We have some more weakness. We could see a little bounce, and then again fall. That's the way the markets fall. They don't fall in a line. Sometimes they do too. So you never know. We could just straight off have a waterfall and go down to those levels, the next supports that I've been mentioning on all these charts. If you are missing out, and not understanding the entire context that I'm building, go back and watch this video again. Look at the charts in a practical way, and whatever analysis you use, I'm giving you something that I see, and I've been spot on with all my reading. I will tell you that. I'm not trying to boast, but yeah, I have been pretty good at whatever reading I've given you. Go back and look at all the weekly analysis that I did. I was very bold in stating last week itself that we are looking at downside because the charts gave me that feeling and gave me that reading. So, guys, some more fall in the market spending. Get out of your positions. If you want to save 5, 6, 7, 8, 10% on your portfolio, enter lower. That's one way to do it. If you're in the long term, forget about it. Don't do anything. But yes, if you want to take advantage of this fall, take advantage of this fall. You want to go short, take your own decision. This is not an invitation to trade. This is not financial advice. This is basically just telling you what I see and what I expect. So looking at all of this, expecting more fall, see it as it comes, and that's it for this video. There's no alarm that I want to set into your minds, but what I see is what I want to convey to you and communicate to you. So be safe. Take heed of this advice in terms of how your portfolio is shaping up. Don't get into an early buy and trade. Don't buy the dip yet. That's my advice. Look forward to catching you in some another video. Maybe I'll give a more detailed video on Bank Nifty and Nifty and the levels like I always do during the weekend. Thanks, and thanks for stopping by and watching this video, and goodbye. Take care.